NASA on day 3 of the crucial wet dress rehearsal for the Artemis 1 rocket. The Artemis scheduled to finally send humans to the moon by 2025 after more than 50 years. But the mission is a long time in the making. Former NASA Deputy Administrator Lori Garver joins me now. Her new book is Escaping Gravity, My Quest to Transform NASA and Launch a New Space Age. It's out tomorrow. In it, Lori details her decade-long attempts at finally launching the Artemis and the challenges she faced as a woman in a male-dominated space culture. Lori, thanks for being here. How do you feel now that the Artemis is finally happening after all these years of effort?
Thanks for having me. It is very rewarding to, first of all, work at NASA at all. I have not touched a piece of hardware for Artemis, but Artemis is the sister of Apollo and the name many of us wanted when we went back to the moon. We are sending a woman this time. We are sending a person of color on the first mission. The Space Launch System that you're seeing here has undergone a test tonight. They're on hold, so there may have been an issue. We still hope to get back to the moon by the middle of this decade. Tell us a little bit about this mission. You know, we're seeing the video of the test going on. They're on a hold, you say. What are we expecting to accomplish in the short term? And then ultimately, what's the plan to get back to the moon? Well, this rocket has been a long time in the making, and as I go into in the book, was directed by Congress in a way that didn't really set it up for efficiency. So it was supposed to launch in 2016. This test was supposed to take place at that time, but it was dictated to use previous technology, contractors that were already on task, and we have seen, I think, some success in the commercial arena of space transportation that has surpassed these types of contracts. So in the future, what I think we will see is a combination of NASA working with the private sector more efficiently and effectively. We should see this rocket launch in this summer. They say August at the earliest. It won't have any astronauts on it the first time, but starting next year, it will fly astronauts hopefully around the moon, farther than we've gone since Apollo, with a landing currently scheduled for 25, more likely 2026 timeframe. Deadlines can always slip. In your book, you're also talking about the culture at NASA and the famously male-dominated culture there. How far have we come at NASA, and how far do you think we still need to go? Well, you know, we did have, I think, 72 white male astronauts selected before any woman or minority. NASA wasn't the first to pick up on, I think, the diversity that we now see, but they are embracing it today. We have the ability to tap, I think, all the talent that this country and even the world offer. When we went to space, that's really what we learned. You know, we turned around and every astronaut who has gone said, wow, we're in this together, not only on, this pale blue dot, but on with an atmosphere that's very thin. And we need to better learn to work together here on planet Earth. It is an ironic twist of what we learned from going to space. Now, Laura, you've worked with some of the biggest minds in modern-day space. And speaking of diversity, not much here on the billionaire rocket front. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Richard Branson. How do you see the commercialization of space playing out, and particularly on the diversity side? Well, I've found the private sector, whether it's, the billionaires or other equity-based companies, very open to, for instance, I started a fellowship for women and gender minorities who do internships, paid internships at these companies, and they all have embraced the diversity. We also have a similar fellowship for Black students. But of course, we know that there is a lot of work yet to be done. SpaceX president is a female. She is widely regarded, and I think we do need to have greater impact from a diverse set of leaders in both the public and private sector. Just a couple of seconds left, real quick. Do you think Artemis is going to hit that deadline? Of 2025? Or 26? I'm going with the middle of the decade. All right, middle of the decade. Lori Garver, thank you so much for being with us on CNBC tonight.